Oops.
Whoops.
Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. And it's Thursday. Hopefully the slow night, because we're moderating ourselves today. So be kind, we'll do what we can to keep up with the list, etc. For some reason, bad weather hits Violet's area of Texas every Thursday. It just happens. Boy, they've been having some bad storms in that area. Oklahoma got hit hard the other last night. So wishing them the best over there as they brave some weather.
So how's everybody tonight? Hope you're well. Thank you everybody for your kind thoughts out there.
Yep. And as I always do at the start of the show, we're going to do a card for the collective. If Sunny would be so kind as to give me some space to shuffle. Fortunately, that's why we have the other table here. Ha ha, Sunny. Ha ha. All right. Mr. O, would you be so kind as to select a card for everyone? Bend them.
Okay.
What you got?
Vision.
Ooh.
Number 43, Vision.
Number 43. This is the Season of the Witch Beltane Oracle. Number 43. Let's see.
That's what it says. Yeah, I don't feel 100%, but I'm a lot better right now, so that's good.
Oh, I'm on the one before that. Enlightenment, of course. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. I like that. So now's the time to retreat. This is kind of a hermity card, I think, into your inner workings of your own being. The answers you seek can be found within your inner knowing or the part of you that does not speak with words. You are being guided to feel your way through your situation rather than using logic or reason. You may not understand the feelings you have at first, but your soul knows and will continue to guide you where you cannot see with your physical eyes. Now is the time for action that will come later. What? Now is not the time for action. I'm sorry. Because that falls in line with the hermit. That will come later.
We can add you, Leah.
Just bear with me. We're doing our own moderating today. I'm doing the card for the collective right now. For now, be still, meditate, visualize, and spend time with yourself, preferably in nature. Pulling vision means it's time to start relying on your own knowledge and advice. Seek others for counsel, but strain the words of others through your intuition. Feel it and try it on to see if it truly aligns with your soul. Hey, vision guides you to go with the flow. Much like a sudden vision, you must allow your inner being to show where it needs to go. Dreams, daydreams, and fantasies hold significant meanings during this time. So look for things, look at the things in your life and see what the hidden meanings may be behind them. And it's often good to just pull back and go within to look for the answers you seek, because I love, of course, that saying, which is from the Charge of the Goddess: if you cannot find it without or within, you will never find it without. Doing everything backwards, good grief. If you cannot find it within, you will never find it without. And there's a truth there that we all should live by. And that's what I have for the collective.
Oh, wow. Thanks for letting us know that, Moonlight.
Yay, Moonlight. Oh, boy.
Good luck.
Let's hope that goes well. I will add Leah to the list. Hi, Leah.
And also
and Angel
Acel.
And Acel and
Angel.
So did I get that right? Leah, Acel, and Angel.
In that order. Hi, Angel. Hi, Acel. Hi, Leah. Hi, everyone. good luck to Moonlight. Let's all wish her good luck.
Absolutely. Good to hear some good news. I hope it leads to something good. All right, I'm going to repost the list, which will probably need updating soon again. But let's get started. Let's start with Libra. Libra, you are up first. And if anybody wants an oracle reading tonight, I do have this Beltane oracle, but I do want to also add into the mix, oh my goodness, something brand new. I have all these new decks here. I am just like going through my birthday presents, but this one is really a beautiful one I got from my son, Mr. Monster. It's called the Mystical Journey Oracle. Just want to show that box.
It's really nice.
And maybe the back of the card. They're very beautiful cards. All right.
All right, so Libra asked, what hidden messages do they need to know? And for that, I'm going to use my Moon
Baby.
Baby. I keep wanting to say Moon Dog. Don't ask me why.
Well, anyway, hey, speaking of which, do you want to do my reading for that?
Yes.
Would that work? Okay. So is the hidden message she needs to know?
Right.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get the Lenormand here warmed up. Boy, this table seems wobblier to me. Or maybe it's just me.
All right, so the first card, what is the hidden message, is in fact a message, the message from the Page of Swords.
Yes. He's a messenger.
And he is a messenger, and the card is upright. This, to me, suggests that maybe if there are certain situations you are trying to apply yourself to, you need to use a little bit of tact and grace, diplomacy, those kind of qualities of the Page of Swords, because it may be something that just requires a certain delicate touch or slower touch in some way.
Well, you know, I think that, Libra, this is saying the hidden message you need to know is that, you know, some decisions that you have to make, you're going to have to make them with extreme care. I just feel that the hidden messages, there's going to be some decisions coming to you soon, and they're going to need extreme care in handling them. To be sure that you handle them with, with grace, with an ability to see, both sides of an issue fairly, because, this could have ramifications. Let's see why this might be important, or why what Mr. O said might be important.
And so that card is the reversed Nine of Pentacles. Do you want to go?
Yeah. So why this is important is it may affect your livelihood or your living situation in some way, your comfort, your sense of comfort and well-being. So that leaves a lot of things open. I mean, it could be material, but it could also be, the sense of comfort or security you get or are not getting from others at this time.
Right. This is exactly true. And it may also have the sense attached to it that things that maybe you've been able to enjoy quietly, more to yourself, maybe to some degree you might have to share them or you might have to explain them in certain ways. So this may be talking about things that maybe you've sort of had a little bit more private or personal, and now that might change, and maybe that's because of this news.
So where is this leading?
And where is it leading? It's leading to the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So it's leading to maybe some unexpectedness things, some things that we can't totally account for, or maybe in the nature of unintended consequences. It may be that certain actions you might take to explain, as I said here before, or to avoid explaining your actions may lead to some consequences that you won't like, which mostly could just be summed up to be some bad luck.
Right. So, depending on how you manage the situation, it could determine the way things are going to flow from here, whether you're going to have an upward cycle or a downward one. Now, it's leaning towards downward, and maybe the Lenormand have a key to that, but I'm not real sure. So we have the ring,
Our friend the ring.
and we have the clouds. And the dark side is facing the ring. It maybe involve something you are committing yourself to in your life, or maybe that you are confused about committing yourself to. There's, with the clouds there, the dark cloud side towards the commitment. I get the feeling that, this is saying that be careful what you commit to in this decision here. Again, maybe it could indicate which way this is going to turn. It's kind of interesting that this card ended up here because it's by the wheel. The light clouds are by the wheel, which was reversed, and the dark clouds are facing this way, towards the commitment. So I almost feel like whatever decision that you commit to is truly going to influence how your luck goes from here.
Right, and it may be that there is a struggle here with what I said about, things that you can't quite manage or keep, more personal if you'd like. And so that struggle manifests, I think, in this commitment to try to control that. So be aware that, of course, you may not have the finer edge in dealing with this that you want, and you're just going to have to go with, how it plays out.
Thank you, Mr. M. I had a wonderful birthday yesterday.
Yes, I saw that. Thank you for wishing.
He took me on a shopping spree. My son just showered me with gifts. I'm like a happy camper.
Well, your whole family, your daughter-in-law gave you a nice gift too.
Absolutely. We had dinner with my son and the granddaughter and daughter-in-law, and just was really, really nice. Great day. We got some good news yesterday about getting, of sealing the deal on doing readings at a bakery on May 6th for 3 hours. People are lining up for readings, which is really awesome.
Yes, and I did have that little blurb in the waiting room during our warm-up to the show. So anyways, Libra, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. And I saw that Moonlight wants an oracle reading, so I can do that. Let's see what we get in these cards. These are beautiful cards. And I love the interpretation. So now they're not all happy joy, but there's some good stuff here. One thing I wanted to remind myself about, though. Yeah, okay, good. Good. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mr. Oh, all right. I guess I need to shuffle here permanently.
So today the sun moved into Taurus, and of course, as always, we have our monthly modality message. When the sun moves into each new sun sign, we give a unique astrological reading that's based on your modality association within the zodiac, whether you're a cardinal, fixed, or mutable sign. So that premiered, it didn't premiere, but it showed today at 3 p.m. It's available at any time on our YouTube channel. And it kind of tells you how your energies work with people during the month and where you can kind of focus those energies for better results. So like I said, it's a unique astrological tarot reading, the monthly modality message.
Well, even if this is for your job interview, I hope, Moonlight, this is very positive for you. It is, whatever it's for, it is called Healing Hands.
Healing Hands.
Lovely card there. And it's basically saying that from the chaos in your heart, The Healing Hands card appears to guide you in times of distress, like times between jobs or looking for a new job. The Healing Hands on this card signifies two hands joined, with one representing order and the other chaos. In this world of polarities, you cannot have one without the other. However, once the chaos has been felt and experienced, a calm order will prevail. You may be feeling some strong emotions such as rejection, betrayal, confusion, or hurt, and it can be hard to process these feelings. Stay with them. Cry, shout, talk to a friend, write, sing, or dance. Do what you need to do to release the emotions so they do not stay stuck to your body. When emotions stay trapped, they form a mesh-like armor that blocks the beautiful healing universal energy from flowing through you. After you have released your feelings, you will sense a calmness wash over you. By relaxing and letting go, your inner turmoil can return to a state of calm and relaxation. So when this card is drawn for you, it may feel like the universe is conspiring against you. But you need to trust that what is happening to you right now is happening for a reason. When all seems like chaos around you, become the eye of the storm, the calm center that knows whatever happens, things will always be okay. Ask yourself, what lesson can be learned from the situation you are in? Acknowledge the pain you feel and then discover how you can turn this experience into something positive and empowering. I will get to that card in a minute.
So in the Lenormand, then, there was the Scythe, and the Book. And I'm not sure, with this one being the influencer of that, exactly how to put that.
It is a good question. I'm going to say with this one that, the time for, I'm wondering here, Moonlight, if this is a positive sign for your job. I'm really hoping so. And what this is saying too is, be sure that you are perfectly in a good state when you go. I take it you're going to have an interview, that when you go for this interview, you're very calm, you're very relaxed, you're going to accept, that you're going to do your best and that they have your best interests at heart. And if if truly you two can gel together, it's going to work out. The thing is, I'm wondering here if this is saying that it's possible the search may be over. The search may be coming to an end, maybe cut off, which could mean that you might get this job. That's what I'm hoping for, that maybe this suddenly happens fast, that you will get this job. I'm hoping, usually I'm not too happy when I see this card, but everything else here is pretty positive, and so I'm wondering if it's just meaning that this search you're on, because what is a book about? Research, learning, knowledge, and you've been job hunting, maybe being cut, coming to an end. The only way it's going to come to an end is, if you just give up, which I don't think is going to happen, or if you get hired.
Well, I like that very much for you, Moonlight, and I couldn't really say it any better because I was really not sure about that. I mean, at one point I thought maybe there was a suggestion here that you could almost be overqualified for the position and that could possibly work against you, but I wasn't really sure exactly where that's coming from. I like
your
the way
intuition.
Okay, I guess. So I don't know if that's true, possibly. So that could be the idea. Sometimes a company may say, well, if you're overqualified, as soon as things get better and you find the better match for you, you're going to leave us, So I don't know if that's really true. If that's what I'm feeling here, there is the idea maybe with the Scythe that there is something really precise about the job that they want, or precise about their search for the job. So good luck.
I like the idea of the healing hands here because I feel that this could be, something that will heal that chaos that said there that you've even been experiencing. At any rate, I think you'll do well, and so that regardless what happens, it's certainly going to put you in a better position moving forward. But I think I'm holding out hope this could be the end of your search. You have to keep us posted. Good luck with that.
And now it's Mr. Maurice's turn.
And Mr. Maurice wanted the next month, I believe, yes.
Yes.
For next month.
With their finances.
Got
Okay.
it.
So that's going to be my deck.
Yeah.
And I think I will use the Tarot of the Marseille. And this is one of my oldest decks. I've had this since somewhere in the 70s. It tends to not get as used as often for me because when I was learning, it was more pips. You're welcome. And
I just realized I've been a little lax not posting the list. I'll get it up there.
When you're learning, pips aren't always the easiest way to learn the meanings of the cards. And sometimes the old standard European, French Marseille decks, the meanings might be maybe a little different. At any rate, I've kind of gotten back into the idea of the pips. Maybe it's just because my feeling is I've kind of conquered that blind spot there. I'm good with pips. So, Mr. Maurice, here's what we got. We have, whoops. The Seven of Wands upright. I just like the old design there. I like it. I really do. And
Which deck is that?
the Tarot of the Marseille. It's a version of
the
it.
Marseille.
It's very much a
Old school.
common usage deck, so everyone has a copy of it. It's out of copyright, I guess. That's what I meant to say. This one has the English and the French meanings written on it, but I like it. It's the star, which is also upright. And then it's, well, we had this in our other reading with somebody.
Oh my, the wheel again. What's
the wheel
up with this?
reversed again.
We get the wheel way too much lately.
I know, but maybe it's because of Mercury retrograde.
Oh,
starting to
it's
happen.
that elephant in the room, all right.
All those unexpected things that Mercury retrograde could be about. So in Lenormand, Mr. Maurice should get the bear.
Hi, Ariana. I'll get you on the
Hi there.
list.
And the snake.
Sonny
Let's
lets
see, make a
me.
little sense here. That looks nice. Hi, Ariana. So, Seven of Wands, I'm thinking, you're going to have to stand up a little bit for anything that comes as a suggestion of the question of what you're doing with your finances. If there are maybe negotiations that could entail you spending more money or less money, making more financial commitments, you may have to stand up more for your position there. So if this was a bank loan, and they want to give you a different interest rate that you don't like, maybe you have to try to negotiate that. But it could also be other kinds of financial things too, where you're going to have to really try to stand up more for yourself or negotiate your position. And that could just be because we're, in the Mercury retrograde period and the post-Mercury retrograde. So things may be challenging in that regard. But you also have the star upright, which is an overall good sign that you have hope, or that things seem to be stabilizing and you can sort of see a light at the end of the tunnel. But that does bring us to the Wheel of Fortune. And in the overall context, it could be saying that there are some unexpected things happening, but maybe they're just going to be a little bit confusing, but they may not be overall hugely detrimental to what's going on. Like I said, you just have to sort of make your position clear, or sort of, be able to negotiate that.
Well, Mr. M, hey, when I look at that Seven of Wands can be kind of a card of, how do I want to say this? Sometimes it can be viewed negatively either way. In other words, that you have to stand up and fight for yourself. But you know, I feel here, looking at that card in couple with the star, I really feel what this is saying here is to me that despite what I see here as a potential downturn, either, and this was about finances, so I'm going to say with finances in some way, or things just seemingly not going your way, you are going to be able to hold your own here, you know. You're going to be able to figure out how to either, you know, navigate through this or somehow fix the situation. Whatever the case may be, you seem to be standing above, and there's hope. Because, you know, something has gone amiss here. And it does seem to be with your financial health and well-being. When I look at that bear, the bear is about financial strength and security a lot of times, and especially in a financial reading. And we have the snake there. So perhaps you were deceived in something, you know, you thought something was one way and it ended up being another way, you know. So there was something, either, you know, it was a self-deception, or maybe somebody deliberately misled you, or there's something, that snake is just not a good sign there. And I feel it's all tied into this wheel, but I'll tell you what, I see you rising above this. I really feel with that Seven of Wands and the star that you will get the better of this situation. But I don't know. It's something kind of unexpected because, again, it's the wheel reversed.
Like I said, I don't know what's going on in your finances, but maybe if you're taking out a new lease, if you're buying a new item that requires, you know, a price or a credit loan of some sort, maybe these negotiations are suspect, but it seems to me, you know, that's the snake there, you know, like maybe something is deceptive about the loan or the situation, and of course you basically have to just sort of be challenging yourself to stand up for it. It actually looks like you really have a strong hand here. You know, we're looking at the bear too, so it just might make life look a little bit like it's you know, working through some channels.
Yeah.
And that's...
So I don't know that you will well, to me, I don't know if you will ultimately lose anything, or if you do, there may be a way to make this right again in some way. We have to remember too, with Mercury retrograde, be very careful, you know, with papers you sign, with anything that you're doing financially, because you got to keep your eyes wide open during this period. That's what I was thinking too.
So I don't feel hugely detrimental. Hopefully not.
Yikes, Mr. M. Good luck with that.
Good luck. And I see Simone has entered,
yep.
And Serena's posted her question. All right.
Current feelings, intentions. Okay. All right. Let's see.
You're welcome, Mr. Maurice.
And hey, you're welcome, Mr. M.
Since I was mentioning shows earlier, I'm going to mention it. Tomorrow is my outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's a great reading for relationships, but also just romance and maybe how we get along with people in general. The 3 cards are basically like we're doing here on occasion. What's coming towards you? Why is that important? And where will it lead to? And so that, as I said, is Friday morning at 7 o'clock. So I do hope you watch that. It's for the elemental signs of the zodiac.
All right. So let's see. That was Daniel's feeling. Current feelings, intentions from Daniel. Okay. How does he feel? Okay, well, we've got the Ten of Wands upright. We've got the Seven of Cups upright. Got the Eight of Cups reversed. This is really interesting to me. It's a lot of, there is cups in this reading, and there is wands. What do you have? 1.
Key. The key. and Fox. Which always can spell trouble.
I wonder what's going on here. So, are you in touch with Daniel right now? Is he seeing other people? I almost have a sense that he may be seeing other people right now. But this is about feelings towards you. So let me try to put it in some perspective. I feel Daniel right now feels a bit overburdened with things. He's either got a lot on his mind, a lot on his plate, a lot that he is considering, because the Seven of Cups is up right here, and it's almost as if he really is deciding what it is he truly wants, maybe in a relationship at this time. Maybe he's thinking of possibilities if it's not somebody, in particular.
Well, I don't know if this is necessarily about, competition or something else going on in the relationship, but I feel like there is something that maybe both can be maybe burdensome, but at the same time it sort of looks like it's opportunities, but maybe the burden is sort of really more the idea of confusion about knowing if you're going the right direction, feeling like there could be too many options. I'm looking at the Eight of Cups reverse, thinking
I'm getting to that. I didn't talk about that one, but go ahead.
But that maybe it's just saying there's maybe a sense of not wanting to push forward on some level. Maybe they're feeling like they have to resolve what's going on, the burdens there first, but there's still this yearning in a way.
There is a yearning, but when I look at that 10 of Wands and that 7 of Cups, I feel that Daniel feels like maybe he's just too overburdened to make any kind of decisions, or even speak of his intentions right now, make his intentions be known. Now, if you were in a relationship before, because you said, will we get back together again? I see that. So if you were in a relationship before, he may want to go back to the way it is, or he may want to tie up some loose ends. It's really unclear to me. But there is an indication here of a possibility that he may want to go back to where things were. It's just that he's very indecisive right now.
When I look at the Fox and the Key, I think that maybe Daniel wonders if he is being true to himself, that maybe he feels like he's deceiving himself about what his intentions are, leading to this possible identity crisis, but it's not really. It's sort of just like trying to decide where to go. And of course, cups are emotions, emotionality. Once again, it's really sort of feeling like it's very hard at this time, at least, for him to put himself in a better spot to really think of making that decision. But yet there's still this idea that there is a longing towards the way things were, whether that entails the full relationship or just a pause to the point where you can kind of just sort of relax and reflect a little bit.
Well, the beauty of the tarot too is how you can process what you're hearing from us here. And you've brought up he's very busy at work as being a factor.
Which could be that.
And it could be that. So, because the fox also indicates employment. Sometimes it means sneaky, crafty people who might be playing you. When I first saw the fox here and that 7 of Cups, I thought, oh boy, I hope there's nobody else. But if I look at this in answer to your question, what his intentions are to you, I really get the feeling that maybe, yes, he's overburdened with something. Your intuition and gut may be telling you that it's work, and it may very well be, because those are indicated by these cards here. And the 8 of Cups to me can indicate going back instead of going on to a next great adventure, a new chapter in life. they want to go back. The person, the Eight of Cups person, wants to go back to the way things were. They're not interested in journeying forward. So that's what I'm wondering here. It's possible that their intentions are eventually to come back. It's just that they're very overburdened right now.
Yeah, I would have to agree. That's the main thrust here.
At least what we're seeing today, this looks really kind of positive. I mean, you may want to check back, things can change, but I think it's a pretty good sign. So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Well, I do want to say one thing, though. Sometimes people bury themselves, Serene, and Daniel, better than we do. But sometimes people bury themselves in their work to avoid, having to make decisions or having to make commitments. And, so I can't help but wonder if some of that isn't going on here, too, with that Seven of Cups, this indecision thing.
You're welcome.
So you might want to think about that. All right. And let me go in.
And Pragati was next.
Pragati is next.
Pragati asked, can you put a timeline on when will I have a job? When will I get through today? Will I get through today's interview? So that's slightly two questions there, but we can probably look at that. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Ages.
Was that recently posted, or do you have
No,
that?
they posted that in the beginning.
Okay. So you have it on the list. Okay.
Yeah.
Put a timeline on when I will have a job. Will I get through today's interview? Let's look at the interview.
Okay.
And, I've got that other deck. Let's pull that out.
Okay, I'm thinking about your interview today, Pragati.
And I'll get the Lenormand going in a second. All right. Oh, goodness. Where's my cursor? Okay.
We wish you luck then. Absolutely. All right, Pragati. Our first card is the Ace of Swords.
Okay.
And of course, the question we asked was, will you get through today's interview? And the second card is the Page of Wands, and that one's reversed on us. And then there's the Two of Cups, which is upright.
Wow. So let me see. What's the middle one again? 9?
It's the Page
Page. Okay.
of Wands.
Wands. Page of Wands. Oh, boy. Okay.
All right, so we're reading your cards now, Pragati.
Yeah.
Ace of Swords upright, Page of Wands reversed, and Two of Cups upright. So to me, the question we're thinking of course, was about the interview today, and it looks mostly pretty positive here. Did you want me to pull those out?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I personally feel it's a little bit of a mixed bag.
Okay, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
In the Lenormand, there's a snake and the dog, sort of reversing the snake and the bear. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is a good start. So it may be that you made a good interview impression, that they see something, dynamic enough about you, or something forceful, or something assertive, leadership oriented, if that might be possible. The Page of Wands reversed may not be exactly that positive. The Page of Wands reversed could be saying that maybe there may be a delay in how they do follow up with you, maybe, and that might not indicate positivity there. There may be something maybe indicating how they feel you are a fit or not fitting well for the job. And then finally, the Two of Cups, though, sort of has a note of positivity, because it looks like something that seems to be warm, trusting, harmonious, and that could be the working relationship or the way you're seen in that, or the way you may harmonize towards this situation.
Well, I'm not sure, Pragati, what's going on here. You know, it looks like you may have done really well, that you will do really well. I don't know if you've had this yet, or
It sort of acts like they did.
they didn't. So I feel like you will do really well. You will communicate very effectively, and that's really important. It seems as though you will come away from this feeling pretty good. You also will feel like you are, and maybe they will feel to some extent, that you would be a good fit for this job, you know. But I don't know if you're going to get the answer you want from them or not. We have that Page of Wands here in the middle, and it could be possible that it's just a delay. I can't help but wonder too, with that Page of Wands there, if there may be somebody else who was able to, you know, I don't know what's the word, to impress them more. And it's really interesting to me, because when I look at these cards here, that's what I'm getting out of that. I don't know why. I don't think it's relating to you necessarily, but I think it may be another candidate who may impress them more.
They're having it today.
Okay.
And, you know, the Ace of Swords is a good indication about communication, so...
There's one other thing I want to say about this, that, you know, you might want to be careful with what you're hearing from this company. Maybe that's what this is about. Be careful of just trusting everything that you hear, because the snake is here, and sometimes the snake means, you know, there's something sneaky going on, like maybe they're not giving you all the information, you know, to make a good decision as to whether you would want this job or not.
So from a symbolic level, because I kind of look at it that way at times, I sort of feel like this could be saying that there are mixed messages. You may be getting some messages that are saying, oh yeah, we could really like you here. And then there may be mixed messages saying, but, or not everyone feels exactly the same. And that could just represent that environment too, that maybe somebody is a little bit more scrutinizing you, maybe a little bit more cautious about how they're viewing you, and somebody else maybe is accepting you more at face value, what they see.
Yeah.
So it does seem like you're going to probably make the overall good impression. It may be that you're not going to find out right away.
So, just to add about the timeline, I don't know. See, they're saying here, one of the cards I pulled was, there is a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it and come back and ask again at a later time. But then my second card said a few weeks. So I almost feel like here that maybe what's going on is you may not hear back from them right away, which might be a little bit frustrating, you know? So just realize that, you know, this may not happen quickly. If it's going to happen, or you may not hear quickly one way or another if you are hired.
So yes, we would like to keep you in our thoughts with that, and certainly check in with us again and let us know. But we do hope it works out for you if you really like this.
I do hope it works out for you. I think, you know, there's a lot of positive energy in this reading, but there's maybe something else going on, you know, that might be out of your control. So we're just going to have to see how this one plays out, but I really think you're going to do well, you know, be well received after the interview.
All right.
So I wish you luck with that.
Best wishes. All right, and thanks for coming. Okay, so I think we're on Andrea.
Yep.
And Andrea also left us a question. I think it should be there for you.
I'll go and look in a minute.
Alrighty.
All right. That's my deck.
Yes, it is.
All right. So, what is the current energy from C the Leo? And you are an Aries. Whoa, Aries and Leo, but you are barely communicating. All right.
Well, good luck. Getting to the second interview itself is probably a good sign. It
Yes.
just could be that maybe they really have a lot for themselves to really think about too, Pragati. So it may be a nail biter.
Hey, that's awesome. You got a second interview. And you should be really feeling good about that.
And so Andrea said, what is the current energy from C?
Yep.
The Leo.
It's
And-
an Aries Leo.
All right. And, that's interesting because, of course, on the face of it, of course, we know that they're both fire signs and that they probably would normally get along in most respects.
But there can be a little fiery clashes. So you're barely communicating. Let's see what's going on. Well, we have the Ten of Swords, but the Ten of Swords is thankfully reversed.
Ouch.
But ouch again. We got more swords. We got the Four of Swords upright.
Oh, dear. I like the perspective on that with his feet sort of facing you.
And we have the Knight of Wands upright.
I like this. This is the mystical realm or the ancient realm?
Yes, it's the mystical realm.
I like
Tarot
that.
and
Nice,
mystical
nice
realm.
new deck you got. Over in Lenormand, we got the ship and the key. I know. That's kind of a all right?
I don't know. This is kind of an interesting reading here. It looks as though somebody is picking themselves up after feeling, if not betrayed, just feeling like they've been hurt in some way. And so they're picking themselves back up on their feet and they're working on healing, They're working on healing and possibly, do I want to say moving on? The only reason I want to say moving on is because the key and the ship. The ship indicates somebody's making a move, and it's got to be that Knight of Wands. And if that doesn't seem to be a card of a fire sign, I don't know what does.
It really does fall into place. And, a lot of times we just sort of say it because we might feel it without really knowing exactly where all the cards have fallen yet. As soon as I saw the ship, before I saw the key, I thought, this is a person who maybe has moved on. And so I don't know if that is specifically you, Andrea 54, but I agree with Banshee. There's this idea here that C seems to have...
It's C. Well, I mean, it's C because it's about C's energy.
Right. Their energy, their feelings is like very much self-focused. Like they feel like they have to really heal themselves, but also resurrect themselves. They have this energy to do that. They're just sort of in between those two kind of poles. They're feeling like literally just defeated and that energy to kind of rise, but the idea that they still need to maybe take a powder here. And so the key really is that maybe they might feel they have to remove themselves somehow, some way, whether it's a real journey or whether it's a figurative one.
I'm really leaning towards that, but one can argue in a relationship who hurt who or whatever, but
And I didn't even get into that.
But whatever. I lost my train of thought. I do want to say this, though, about these cards. It's a little bit confusing for me to say one way or another here, because when I look at the knight moving and the ship moving, where are they moving, though? Are they moving towards trying to heal what went wrong here? In this relationship, I would say if you're barely communicating, then that's not probably likely. That's not the message they're sending to you if you're barely communicating. So that's why I feel, and I went the other direction with this, is that it might be them. They might be moving on in a way now and feeling they're leaving the past behind, leaving hurt behind, or for that matter, leaving people they hurt behind.
Well, It's interesting because I agree with you. I think that's what it is really they're the ones moving on, or that they're thinking of that. And I find it interesting because, of course, the knight and the ship seem to be going in different directions. Not that they symbolize two people like that, but the idea that there's just sort of a movement away from whatever is the key. The key could just be their complicated feelings about, your situation or whatever you're seeing there.
So that's what we have for you right now. I'm sorry about that. I wish I could say something better, but this is how I feel now. Unless you're getting those signs from him that he could be truly, even though he's being evasive, or not communicative, that he wants to come back. To me, it looks like he's pulling away. So that's what we have for you right now, Andrea. Sorry about that. Good luck with that.
Hi, Divine Universe.
I saw that. Hey, Divine. Good to see you.
Good to see
Saying
you
hello.
today.
I hope things are going well with you and your dog companion.
Yeah. I hope it's still nice and fulfilling for you. Dogs are nice companions.
They are. They totally are. All right. I'm going to post the
Thank
list. And it's Kara. Hey, Kara.
By the way, in case we didn't mention it, our happy hour, which is a big black screen of nothingness.
Oops. What happened there?
That graphic got eliminated somehow, so I'll have to work on bringing it back. But don't let your happiness be a big black hole. Come to our show on Saturday. It will be at its regular time.
I forgot to announce it. We said last week happy hour would be at 3 p.m., but Mr. O's schedule got changed again, and so it's in the morning again.
So
gosh, I better tell Violet. I totally forgot.
Chocolate sounds like an adorable name for a dog.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Thank you for sharing that.
What does Spirit have for me on my situation on healing from a broken heart? Oh,
I hope he stays with you. That's a lot of homes for being only a year old.
Well, I hope he's found a permanent home with you.
I hope he works out for you.
What does Spirit have for me on my situation on healing from broken heart from deceiving myself with E? Okay, so on healing from a broken heart. Let's do it.
And I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Whoops. Lenormand.
Every favorite Odin person's favorite deck.
Ah.
We are your family, of course. All of us here. We're all one big tarot family.
All right, let's see what we have.
Okay, Kara.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
So your first card is Temperance Reversed. Your second card is the Five of Swords reversed.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. Sharp swords. And then finally you have the Four of Swords reversed. So they're all reversed. Now,
Almost seems like the stages of going through
yeah, in a way.
loss, Kara. And so you were asking about what does Spirit have on this situation and how to heal, your broken heart here. And here, let's put this out too, because I think it's going to be fitting nicely.
The mice, which I wanted to call Alice for some reason. I guess it's because of the way the script looks like. Oh, you have a mouse named Alice. That's so cute. Shut up, Oberon.
I know.
And then the book.
Ooh, you probably heard that whisper. But anyway, all right. So, shoot, what is that card? Oh, it's Temperance reversed. Yes, Kara. So it's kind of like that. Getting into kind of a depression or a mode where everything is out of balance. There's confusion. There's an inability to keep a balance in your life. There's more stress and sorrow, and let's look at that Five of Swords there. Then there's also a phase of anger. We get really angry, when we've been burned by someone, or we feel, has deceived us or put us in a bad, broke our hearts, So there's anger and resentments, that can really poison our hearts, and not just our hearts, our auras and what we project off to others. And so the Four of Swords here is saying that's what you need to heal, and that's what you need to move forward beyond. You need to move forward from any of the pain, the grief, the animosity, the anger, that could make you look at things, through eyes that everything is wrong. Like, for example, with the Book and the Mice here, we have this whole idea of finding out or looking at things as if everything is bad or everything is stressful, or that love is only going to bring hurt and pain into my life. And so, or struggles and more stress. And so that's what needs to be healed here.
Well, I'm glad you saved me a little bit.
Well, considering how you've been going on and on today, Mr.
Yeah, I just go on and on. I'm totally worthless here.
Oh, I never said that.
You don't have to say it.
I'm just thinking of the time.
You don't
always.
have to say it. Okay, the time. Oh, right. You're the only one.
We always said we're going to be more concise.
Right.
All right.
I don't know that these are talking about the phases that you have gone through or are going through. I sort of look at the combination between that Five of Swords and that Temperance reverse, and maybe this is saying really you need to maybe enact your own kind of scream therapy. That the idea of like you just really do let your emotions out of barrage. Maybe not specifically at E. Maybe you go to the beach or you go to an area where you could just really go and just scream, and not be temperate. Like just really, enact an emotion that lets you express yourself really to the point. And then maybe the Four of Swords, the idea that you sort of move beyond that. This may or may not have anything to do with how you could either repair things with the E or not. To me looks more like, maybe you're just relieving the frustration or the immediate sense of the healing you need to do, a cathartic kind of sense of healing by doing that, just really vomiting, the dregs of that relationship in a way. So then, did you want to go on to the Lenormand? Or
I did already.
Okay, so I wasn't sure. But so then that takes me to the Lenormand, and I think what it says really is that you may discover that either the whole situation has irritations that you can actually look beyond, or that maybe, you'll move on to something that will just really be relationship irritation light. That in all relationships, there's a bit of give and take, and there are always going to be things that either we have to work out.
Go on. Have to work out.
I'm looking at you. Or accept.
Oh, well.
Or whatever.
I'm sure you're very accepting.
Yeah. Cha-ching went to the credit card yesterday.
That's right. Birthday gifts. Tammy, I've got you on the list. Long time no see.
Hi, Tammy.
Welcome back.
We saw you there.
Welcome back. So, Kara, I just feel the way I feel. It's just they've got to work through this anger or resentment. Maybe you do not feel it's there, but oftentimes we can repress this stuff, and then, we can lose our sense of balance, and we're depressed because we're not truly dealing with the underlying issues here. And so if you open your heart to understanding that, you may be able to finally move past this and heal. And that's what I have for you. Good luck with that.
I still think you can have a good scream.
Have a good scream. It never hurts. Okay, we have Faith up. Faith is up next.
And Faith asks, is there...
Life a mess due to the way they treated me. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look at their life with 3 cards and see what we get. That's your deck this time? Or
No, I used my deck.
that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll use the Tarot of the Owls for this one. Oops. Well, we have the Page of Wands upright. Oh, not bad cards here, though. We have the Emperor upright and the Queen of Swords upright. Well, I can't... Well, let's see what the Lenormand is. Can I see the Lenormand, Mr. O? Thank you.
The letter and the key. The key has been here before.
Well, I don't know. I don't see their life as being bad in any of these 3 cards, but it may say something a little bit about their character, you know? It's like as if they are maybe moving on. They may feel as though, they may feel like as though they have a fresh start now for some reason, you know, with that Page of Wands there. I feel that somebody, you know, in all of this was very dominating and controlling, but, you know, they weren't necessarily, they feel that they were justified. You know, they were looking out for what they feel was either their own or someone else's best interests, I'm going to guess, as the Emperor here. The Emperor can be like a father figure card, right? Mm-hmm. And the Queen of Swords here, Queen of Swords can be kind of cold. And they make the decisions they feel they need to make, you know, without attachment to emotions per se. Or they try to make decisions that are just may appear from other people's point of view to be cold or cruel, but it's something they feel they have to do. And I'm going to leave it at that before I go to the Lenormand.
Well, I was actually going to start there because I think the feeling for me is that maybe a communication to them about what you felt or what you felt about how you were treated might make a difference or might at least clarify some thinking here, you know, because that's what you're basically asking. But I don't see that represented necessarily in the tarot cards. I do agree with Banshee that sometimes, you know, the idea of having a level of power connotes privilege for yourself, and that maybe you may have a wider view of everybody that is impacted, but you still make a decision more based on your sense of priorities. And that first card was the Page of Wands?
Yes.
Right. So that kind of goes along with the idea of the message, though. So maybe there's something here about the idea, maybe that they didn't understand what they did. Maybe they did it for their own reasons, but maybe they needed to have something more explained to them. And I don't know if it could help anything now.
Well, here's what I think on the matter, you know. Right now, they may not be paying. It just, you know, sometimes if there's something they really deserve, you know, let's just say, for actions they have taken, sometimes it takes time to play out. You know, we don't always see that happen right away. And, hey, as we well know, sometimes it seems like people never pay. But I wouldn't, you know, if you really feel this is justified and, you know, I'd be careful of dwelling too much on it. My advice to you would be is let karma take its course in this, you know. I feel that the key is this message here or letter. What that might say to me is that in time, you may get news that will show that, you know, karma has come into play. That's the only thing. I'm thinking if there is karma to be dealt here, it's going to take a little bit more time before it plays out. Right now, they're still feeling pretty good about what they did and why. And, you know, it doesn't seem like their life is in a bad place right now. That doesn't mean that that's not going to change, though. And I really feel a lot of heaviness here, you know, which I don't usually feel. So maybe I'm just picking up some energy from your question. But that Emperor energy and Queen is usually positive. However, you know, they can be tough and they can be demanding. And they can feel it's because they're looking out for someone's best interests. And of course, you got the short end of that. So that's the best I can tell you. We can tell you right now, I think, with this.
All right.
Wish you luck with that.
Good luck. And thanks for coming to our show tonight.
And we are on Leah. Hey, Leah. You are up.
Hi, Leah. You said you were going to give us the question when it was your turn,
Yep.
which is fine.
Which is fine.
And you're
Thanks
welcome.
everybody for being really on the ball tonight, because sometimes it's hard getting people to respond when their turn comes, but everybody's been really good
Hi,
tonight.
Tidal Wave.
Hey, Tidal Wave. Yes, we can read for you tonight.
And how was the eclipse treating everybody? That might account for our slightly wonky feelings. We've been slightly wonky feeling today. I think we're doing okay now. Happy
yeah, it
solar
was
eclipse.
kind of, well, but of course I've been partying. But not I mean, it's not like I've been drinking or anything. But, you know, just running around a lot and stuff with my birthday. So, it's just been busy.
Leah asks, what are their thoughts and feelings currently for me and the relationship?
Okay.
You're on the Lenormand.
Getting them. Put these away first, though. Why are you looking at me? The wheel again?
Reversed again.
Yeah, it's gotta be the eclipse in Mercury retrograde. Seriously.
The devil. Kind of a grim-looking devil there. And the Ten of Swords.
Upright?
Upright.
So are you, for me and the relationship, are you really involved in this relationship right now? Or is there a separation? Can you give us a little background here? Because these cards are a bit telling. I want to see what the Lenormand's going to bring me to. Well, it's a mixed bag for sure.
The lilies. The ring. Well, talk about a mixed bag, of course.
That's what I'm saying. So we are together, have been for a while, doing some couples counseling for some issues we've had. Okay, thank you for that. Because I do feel like things, well, you've got the wheel, you know, as the first card here, and I don't always go in sequence. And I'm not sure I'm going to totally go in sequence this time, but that wheel, I just felt was the place I needed to start, that this has not been like a perfect time right now. Maybe things have not been going super well. You may have been on a downward spiral. And I think right here with that devil, I can't help but wonder if we aren't dealing with some issues of either codependency or something to do with obsessions that maybe one person has, or both, and it may have led to some
I'm sorry.
real sense of betrayal here. Somebody felt like they've been really hurt by some situation here. And that devil indicates to me it could be mutual. It could be just one of you that feels that way. I think you have to commit, if this is going to work out, you have to commit to working on these issues that you have for some time. It's going to take some time for them to right themselves again. You have to be committed. The ring is here, and that is a card of commitment. And that means both of you. You have to be committed to the process so that you can have the longevity that you are looking for, this long-term relationship.
I think the sense of what she just said, the commitment to evolving and maybe this taking place literally at a growth level, growing step by step, totally coincides with that Wheel of Fortune, even reverse, because the Wheel of Fortune is talking about our cycles, how we mature, how we spiral upward, or maybe how sometimes we spiral a little bit backward. And so that is saying that be prepared for there to be upsets in this process if there is an actual, I'm losing the word, mediated therapy, or whether the therapy is something that is a little more fluid. You have to be prepared for some give and take there, for some understanding of where each other's codependencies lie. It takes two,
Yeah, can I insert something here? Because,
Sure.
I'm just thinking here, Leah, that this is just going to be digging up possibly some hard stuff to handle for one or both of you, and it's the only way that this cycle is going to turn around is by facing that and committing to the work that's involved.
Well, the reading takes the point of, is that their feelings about you or for you? And so you asked, could that be you? It could be you, but more likely it is how they are thinking of you in this regard. So it is possible that they think that maybe you're the more codependent person, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah, I think when we were reading the cards and saying that one of the people were something, she said, I think that could be me.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what that was relating to.
There's no argument there.
But at any case, I don't think that, what I want to say is maybe this person, because you were asking about their thoughts and feelings, it may in fact be that, they feel there's a lot of work that needs to be done here, and they're going to have to commit to it, and there may be some heaviness that both of you are going to have to face. I don't know why. I know you were talking about them. Oh, okay. The betrayal is towards you. Okay.
Well, that could be. I mean, although this covers their thoughts or feelings, it does give us a sense of what real truths may be out there.
Well, even if it is the betrayals towards you, what I'm trying to say here is that dark things are going to have to come out, and they're going to have to be dealt with. I mean, it has to be committed to, clearing this up, finding the lost innocence again, this sense of trust and, being, because when you open your heart to somebody and you make yourself vulnerable, you can't have this stuff dangling there. It's going to have to be dealt with. It's going to have to be either accepted, in a relationship. Somebody may be more to blame than another. I know this. I mean, that's just a given. But each partner has their own parts to things to deal with in trying to make this come back together again. And so, in other words, you're going to have to be able to deal with that betrayal, because that is, of course, what you probably know the Ten of Swords is about here. And you're going to have to be able to come to terms with, moving forward from that, if, of course, there's a commitment from both of you to truly work on this together.
If there is a relationship where there is some sort of sense of obsessive behaviors, codependent behaviors happening, there still are two people there. One who maybe buys more into their obsessive nature over this, but the other one is there to kind of feed into that or take from that. So even if it's not equitable, there always are a sense of fluidity, and both sides are involved.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm understanding you then with what you're writing there. When you said, I think he is more so, I think the betrayals are towards me. But who's betraying you if it's not him then? Am I misunderstanding?
Right, because in its pure form, the Ten of Swords does seem to act like somebody has betrayed you or somebody is in some act of a betrayal.
But I do think I understand where you're coming from here, because in regards to the question you asked what you felt he was feeling towards you. And so, and of course, you're saying that he shouldn't feel betrayed by you. You feel betrayed by him. And I get that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm not sure if the cards are picking up exactly what you asked. I almost feel like this reading here is more answering what you two really need to work on together, if that makes sense. Maybe I just read it that way. I feel that way. I kind of feel like this is more about that than his actual feelings for you.
Right. Even if we're trying to look at, how he thinks about you, we're also seeing maybe the undercurrent there, the idea of codependent behaviors and the sense of that getting even or feeling like somebody also had the first blows. That's just stuff that's in the background there.
And I saw your question and I tried to answer it that way, but you know what? I almost feel sometimes the cards just were going to lead me in another direction. And I couldn't seem to relate it to your question, but I felt it was absolutely about what you're dealing with in this, in this counseling and in the relationship right now. So you may have to come again and ask again later specifically about his feelings and see if the cards are more resonant with that. Today, I'm just not feeling that. So I hope that's given you some information, though, you can use, Leah. And, maybe we can take it from there at another time. But that's what we have for you.
All right.
And I hope that makes some sense. And good luck with that. Good luck with what you're going through.
And Jennifer Simpson has joined us, and we can add you to our list.
Yeah, I got Jennifer on. I was just going to repost. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, boy. Wow, we've had some complicated readings tonight. And Mercury is going retrograde. It's retrograde tomorrow, is it? Or is it today?
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's always about miscommunications or being confused in understanding messages
I'm
or
not
things.
at all going to be surprised if the cards are going to get whacked out because of this too. But I see a lot of communication issues coming up in some of the readings we did. And so I'm sure that's going to be continuing for... I don't think this is going to be a very easy retrograde myself.
And Estelle is up. Estelle, did you leave us a question? I don't believe you did.
No, I don't think so. Hey, Estelle, I hope you're here. We'll give us all a few minutes, and then we're just going to have to move on.
So, like I mentioned earlier, our the Banshees Material Matters is on Sunday at 10 a.m. and we are live in the chat room there discussing the reading. The reading is for the elemental signs of the zodiac, and it's a great way to understand how to achieve success in all those areas: business, education, and finance.
See what the vibes are for the week ahead. Well, okay, second call for a sell. And we're going to have another Your Weird Week coming on Monday. Your Weird Week is all about politics. Not really. Actually, more about global and international concerns. And of course, politics gets in there. But we try to see what's happening in this crazy world for the week ahead.
That's Mondays at 9 a.m.
All right.
So we're going to bump you down to the bottom of the list if you do come back.
I'm going to revise the list.
No, it's a cell we're looking for, but Angel is next.
Angel Rivera is next, so we can go ahead with Angel.
And Angel gets the single oracle card. All right. Do we want to just put a cell down?
You can definitely get the oracle card. I put them down.
Okay.
Didn't you see?
We're good. No, I did not see.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see what this deck has for Angel. All right.
I also have cranky shoulder neck. I have old itis.
You're not alone, sir.
I'm older
Just
than
had
you.
a birthday after all.
Yeah.
You're not getting any younger. We don't go in reverse, you know.
But in less than 6 months, no, about 6 months,
You'll have another.
I will be 2 years older than you.
Oh,
Oh.
I will cry.
No, you won't. Hi, Tina. I don't believe we've closed the list yet.
We can add you on, I think. I'm looking at who's left. We'll add you on, and then it's going to get a little dicey from there.
We're for sure not close to add you on.
All right. Well, Angel, look at this card. You have the Eternal Self.
Ooh. That's beautiful, Angel.
Atman is a Sanskrit word meaning eternal self. It refers to the real self beyond the ego and beyond human form, the self that survives beyond death. The Eternal Self card embodies the concept of Atman, representing the part of your soul that inhabits a human body to live a lifetime on earth. The soul sends a beam of light like a hologram to play in the earth classroom. You came here for a reason and have a set of goals to fulfill while you are here. Your current lifetime is a quest you accepted before you were born. Your quest could be to do what makes you happy and follow your dreams, even though others may be trying to stop you with logic and pessimism. Or it could be to master the art of focusing on your goals without distractions or procrastination. Perhaps your goal is unconditional love or stepping into your personal power, or it could be to release family trauma so the bloodline of ancestral suffering finally stops with you. As you heal, so too do your ancestors and descendants. This card has appeared before you to remind you that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. I always like that. I don't know why. I'm sorry, but I do. It asks you to be fully present in each moment, to taste, to touch, to smell, and feel every emotion, and truly enjoy your glorious human body. Existing in spirit form is your natural way of being, but there is nothing like the human experience. It is made to feel so real, so relish it. To activate your third eye and help you remember who you are and why you came here, imagine a deep indigo light emanating from your forehead and surrounding your whole body in that beautiful color. Wear dark blue or purple to bring this color into your consciousness. And I always say that, be here now, be present in your body now. Hey, we may have more than one life. I certainly believe in the multiplicity of lifetimes, but we really should enjoy and every moment, every breath, everything we do in this life. And what do you have?
So quite interesting to back this up is, of course, the clover and the ship. And I think this is saying your travels, whether metaphorical or literal, will bring you luck or will bring you something that will sort of help you achieve more of what you're trying to achieve.
And also maybe what this is saying too, because there was a lot of talk about what you are here for and what your goals are and things you want to do in life. If you make moves now, to further those goals, it will prove lucky for you. It's a very synchronistic time for you to be working on the things that you really are here for now. In this lifetime, in this body.
I don't know if your run is very competitive like prizes, but maybe participating in that movement, that journey.
I love it.
Brings something, positive to you that is a stroke of good luck in some way, Maybe when you trip over the finish line, the person that helps you up, has something good for you. Well, I was just being silly there, but you know what I mean.
I looks good, Angel, and if it's all about the run, and that too, you could use that run. Those runs that you take, you could use those runs to think about yourself racing towards what you truly desire. There is magic in, that physical exercise as well that you could utilize, right?
I'm hearing the chariot. What was that called? Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun. Da, 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 da.
Oh my God. Anyway, that's what we have for you, Angel. Including unwanted vocalizations by Mr. O.
I wanted them.
All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with
Thanks,
that.
Angel.
Okay, whoa, where's the list? Moving on.
Yike indeed. I know the music was by Vangelis and it was for a movie.
And we love Vangelis.
I can't think of the name. Chariots
of the Gods? Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire.
La 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 la.
Gosh, I can't believe I'm the one to remember that.
Okay, Ariana. How can you follow this up?
All right, Ariana, what can we do for you? I hope you are typing.
Well, we'll give you a moment. I'll mention that not happy hour with the black screen, not material matters, but monthly modality is here. It came today at 3 o'clock. I don't know the exact time that the sun crossed into Taurus, but we have the information for all the signs of modalities. Come and find out what your modality is and how you can apply your modality energies to figuring out how to deal with the month ahead. So that's on our YouTube channel, the monthly modality message for Taurus season.
Last call for Ariana.
All right.
Maybe Ariana got called away.
Simone may want to re-cue the question. I don't remember we had a question earlier, but
Yeah, you don't have I don't think Ariana left one either. I'm just checking.
I don't believe they did.
Pretty sure not.
Is your husband happy without you? So you're separated, I guess, currently, but not legally divorced yet, or you still consider them your husband? Found a question?
No.
Oh.
I'm moving on to
Okay.
mine.
Okay, Simone, I have that. All right, thank you for clarifying that. So is your husband happy without you?
Okay. I'll get the Lenormand while you lay those out.
And the first card is the Page of Pentacles. The second card is the Page of Swords.
Oh.
I think there was two there. And the third card is the Three of Swords.
But reverse.
But reversed. So I have another question. Of course, thank you for answering that. Are there children in this relationship? I'm just wondering because I see the two pages and I wonder if maybe there are children and I wonder if maybe there is a question of anything about where they fall in the relationship. The other thing I'm wondering about is that pages can represent younger persons, as I've mentioned.
Yes, there are kids.
Okay.
Here, let me hand you these two so you'll have that.
Okay, so here is the Rider in Lenormand and also the Mountain.
Well, he's seeing children, and maybe he does feel, some remorse over the fact that there are children involved in this, or maybe for what they are going through, maybe. But I'm looking at those pages a little bit differently too and wondering to myself, it seems as though they are on a path. They are really trying to make a new life or new beginnings for themselves. It's possible they're immersed in something now that may be new. They may be wondering about, I actually feel they're okay with the decision they had to make, in this relationship or that was made in this relationship. And they're trying to heal. They're recovering now from whatever this was. The Three of Swords is reversed here. And I feel that they are in kind of a state of recovery. Do they feel something or are they, you asked, are they happy now, right? Is that the question?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're struggling a little bit. I do sense a struggle because we have the mountains here and you may catch some news of this in some way, It may come to you that you realize that they're struggling. They're struggling possibly with moving on. Maybe there is things in their life that is unsettled right now and they're trying to get something new off the ground.
Well, the reason I asked about the children was because I actually wondered if maybe they want to have custody or have more of a role with the children, or if having more involvement with the children would make them happier for some purposes because of that. And yeah, we're sorry, Ariana, but we had to move you to the bottom of the list. So we can still do you, but you'll have to wait now again.
You can always type your question and check later.
So, Simone, I sort of feel like maybe that's the idea, is maybe there are issues of custody or access to the children, and maybe that might play into how they feel happy or not. I actually wonder then, therefore, if maybe the marriage may not repair because of that. Maybe if what they seek is just to be able to be happy on their own terms, i.e., access or some amount of custody change with the children. I just sort of feel that it's my intuition coming in there. But I sort of feel that maybe this won't be as easy for them as they want, that there will be a struggle to this. And so maybe that does say that to some degree, wherever the relationship goes, maybe the happiness that they're wanting isn't exactly what they might have wanted.
I can't add anything really to that. I feel that, is there some remorse? Is there, or are they totally happy? No, I'm not sure that they are. I just don't know though what this means for you. You know, I feel like they may have some struggles that they are trying to overcome. And whether they're emotional or actually, I don't know, material struggles of some sort in their lives, it just seems as though there is something going on that's kind of burdensome.
Well, you're saying that maybe there is no care for the children, or maybe the children aren't a factor on their part. So secondarily, either it may be a situation you don't know about, like maybe they would ultimately try to seek custody for some reason, just because it's something to do with your relationship. But the other possibility could be that maybe they are thinking about being involved with other persons, new relationships, and maybe this would be an age differential, like maybe they feel they're attracted to younger persons, or that something like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick with my thing with the pages. I feel like they're trying to get something new off the ground in their life, and maybe it's really not that easy for them. And, whether this is a new relationship, possibly, I can't rule that out. But I do think something may be up there. He just abandoned you. I'm so sorry about that.
We're sorry about that, yeah.
But I do feel that their life may not be all that happy right now.
I'm inclined to agree with her a little bit that the situation isn't totally happy, and I don't know.
And they may be trying to recover from something. I mean, I don't know if they've been ill, or I don't know if they've had their own heartbreak, or something else. They've lost a job, so they're trying to do something new. There's definitely obstacles that need to be overcome. It is blocking, their move forward. And that's the best I can tell you right now anyway. That's what the cards have today. So good luck with that, Simone. So sorry you guys got abandoned like that. That's a shame.
Come back and we'll read some more. Maybe we can help you out with some other things.
Hey, Tammy, you are up. I hope you've been doing
welcome.
well.
Hi, Tammy. A general reading, okay.
All right. Absolutely. All right. Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles upright. We have the Emperor upright. Whoa, that darn Ten of Swords keeps popping up. The Ten of Swords, though, is reversed.
In the Lenormand, we have love, the
heart, not necessarily love,
and the moon.
But maybe.
But maybe indeed. Nice cards.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Well, actually, really all of them, because the 10, it's almost as if maybe some period of adversity or difficulties, you're able to put behind you now. You're able to move forward into more positive situations. This is one of these instances where I literally want to go backwards with the cards. It's kind of just where it's taking me. And I feel here that, maybe some of the worst of a situation or thing, you'll finally be able to put behind you. And the Emperor is saying you're coming into a time in your life now where you're going to be able to regain a little bit more control over your life, that things are going to start falling into place, that you actually are going to be more in control rather than having others, exert control over you. And I don't know, I see here somebody who's in a very good place, body, mind, and spirit. This might be either some things that improve your physical well-being in some ways, or it could be something that helps you financially. And it's also saying maybe that this is all coming from you because you are in a place now where you are in more control and taking better care of yourself or your financial situation.
It sounds like that's great. And that the idea that maybe what Banshee saw there was the fact that you were able to apply yourself and maybe overcome what some of those health issues were. It will be coming. Yeah, or will be coming, right. Correct. But it all does play into the idea of the Emperor being true to taking care of themselves, regulation. The Queen of Pentacles is also about really producing per what your mind can focus on. So if you're focusing on finding the best ways to bring health to yourself, changing your diet or doing things that are better for yourself, that played into that too. So then in the Lenormand, though, as a general reading, this could be saying the easiest thing is that if you have been thinking about being romantic again, either within your relationship, but because you were unfocused due to your health, or if you're looking for a new relationship, you could be successful. You could be successful in finding things you enjoy, even if they're not human companionship or relationship necessarily. Maybe you're going to find some activity or hobby that you really gravitate to. It could involve people at any rate.
You're retiring next year.
Yay!
Well, that's really interesting.
I love it.
Because I was going to say, do something, that you are passionate about in your life.
Go.
So, if you're passionate about getting out of the workforce, more power to you. But I mean, there's success for you in doing something that you're very, very passionate about. Immerse yourself into it. So, preparing for retirement is a good thing. Absolutely. So do what you can to make sure that you are on the right track and you can truly enjoy, your years moving forward. I'm definitely feeling you are going to pick up health-wise. I'm really hoping that's true for you, Tammy, because it really looks like control is coming back. And that you will be feeling a lot better.
Adversity being conquered is the main idea behind the Ten of Swords. And nothing was specific here about monetary things, but in general, it does feel like, there's going to be success there. All right.
So good luck with that. Thanks for stopping back in. Good to see you. Don't be a stranger.
All right.
Hope to see you again.
And tidal wave is up. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tammy. And tidal wave's up. Don't forget, we're back on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m.
What's going on here?
Eastern Standard Time.
There it is. All right.
There's Tidal. Hey, Tidal.
Hi, Tidal. All right. The list is now closed. We're closing it after Ariana.
All right.
So, just started the new job. Already thinking of looking elsewhere. What do I need to know about my present job? Did we say something like that for you? I don't
Well, I
remember.
thought we saw
you know,
the job vibes, but I don't
I have
remember
been
what
doing.
we said.
We've been doing so many career readings lately. I'm not sure. So
I'm going to use the Tarot de Marseille for you for
Right.
your reading. You know, sometimes you can only be on the job a day or so and you realize, I don't like
I'm not
it.
sure I'm going to like it here. Yeah.
I once quit a job in 5 days, mostly because another one came through that I really knew I would rather have, but it was really a deplorable place. But let me focus on you, not me. Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah, I know. Well, it doesn't hurt to start looking and, being just cognizant that maybe, your goal is to not stay.
All right, tidal wave. Well, your first card is Justice. And it's upright, so that's nice. Good. Your next card is the Pope,
Hierophant.
the Hierophant. And then I'm going to say this is upright too. Yeah, it's upright. It's the Four of Swords upright. So, of course, if I went to that last card, this could be saying that, yeah, you may want to recover from that situation, perhaps, or that you will leave in some way, or you won't be there. You may take a check. But the first two cards are interesting because, of course, there's Justice and the Pope. And Justice is sort of talking about fairness issues. Oh, and Banshee just turned over the Moon. And the Anchor, okay, let's put those down there. So we have Justice, fairness issues, and then we have the Pope, conventionalities, and maybe, societal structures that sort of want conformity that doesn't necessarily feel appropriate or feel good. So I'm wondering if this is saying that, there are certain things there that you feel are strictures to you and that maybe you don't feel are fair. Maybe you feel it is a question of justice to have to conform in certain ways to this experience, and that you would rather maybe find, your way out of there, take a powder from that. The Moon is always about change in some respects, and of course, as we said, success. So you are anchored to the idea of success. This probably means that maybe if something looks better there at all, that you are able to discern something that maybe would be better for you, you might decide you could stay there.
Well, I see everything you're saying there, but I throw some other ideas out at you, title. It may be just a matter of learning the ropes, getting used to how things are done. I see what you're saying about the boss playing favorites. I'm not totally picking that up in these cards here. What I would say is I agree with Mr. O on a couple of things, is that maybe some of the rules or some of the way they do things, some of the way they operate, for example, even like you said, this idea of picking favorites may seem a little stifling to you. And so that's something you need to consider there. But I think for the most part, things tend to even out. It's almost as if Justice is upright here, which indicates to me that things tend to even out in the end. Now, the Four of Swords here just may indicate that, you need to pull back a little bit and maybe slow down and keep at it and keep reassessing this a while, I think. Because, this job could anchor you in success. From what I see here, the anchor could indicate that you could be anchoring yourself in a career here. But, if the boss has already decided they don't like you, they're picking favorites over you, that could be another matter. What I'm saying is right now, be sure take a look at this whole situation very objectively, you know, and make sure you watch this long term, because maybe what you're perceiving is not necessarily the whole story here, you know. Maybe they're picking, the boss is picking favorites until you get more experience, for example, you know, on the job. So there may be more to this story, I think, and what I would suggest to you, if you're not happy, definitely be looking. But I'm not seeing any red flags here per se.
Well, your question did sort of indicate that you thought there might be other things you need to know. And I think what Banshee's saying, and what I maybe will agree to, is that it may be too early for you to kind of be able to put that together there. So you may want to do your own cards or ask other people. But it may be that you want to stick around for a while, because like Banshee says, there may be ways of either change. The moon can be about changes in a symbolic way, but also about, you know, anchoring yourself to success there. I mean, the short run is that there could be ways of mentally breaking away from that yourself, to where you just don't have to be as involved in it.
Changes the rules every day. That sounds like the Hierophant reversed, but he came up upright, which is interesting. That is a little bit hard to deal with. So what I would suggest to you is remain anchored for now. You can always, as Mr. O said, make a retreat. You know, I didn't look at that card that way, but you could always do that. But I feel like until you're really sure you're going to have another place to go, and maybe it might even be a good idea to try to hang in till after the star in retrograde, you know, before you really start thinking of moving on. I hope you can survive that. I mean,
luck,
I
Title.
see you say you like what you do, and, you know, maybe the boss is just going through something right now. Give us a little time to see how it's going to play out, and check in with us. We'll be curious to see what's happening there. Good luck with that. And we're on Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer.
Jennifer won a general.
Okay. Jennifer will get a general. My deck.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, wait, you have a question. You'd like to know, is Pisces planning to propose this year? Okay.
Oh, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do a yes-no on that?
Sure, we can do that.
I'll do that. Oh, let's do this one.
And we are winding down on our list just in time for 9 o'clock. The non-witching hour.
Maybe. We've still got a few readings. We'll go after 9, but it's okay.
Yes, we will.
What witching hour, Mr. O?
Well, I did have a promo in the
speaking?
waiting room for the witching hour, and I'll just mention it again. The witching hour, TFT at the witching hour, will be our 4 times a year, very late night live stream of a 1-hour capacity. We plan on doing this at the ungodly hour of 3 to 4 a.m. on, usually it's going to be on a Monday.
So if you're insomniac, come join us. But also, is this for our people overseas and at different time zones that it might be more conducive for?
And we just want to do this 4 times a year because we don't think we can do it any more than that. So the first one
That's for sure.
will be Monday, May 1st at 3 a.m. And like I said, it's called TFT at the Witching Hour.
All right, yes, no.
All right, Jennifer.
Well, it's leaning towards yes. It's definitely possible. We have the Ace of Cups here reversed, and we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. But the main card here that we've got to go on is the High Priestess reversed. So what I would say to you is you may not even think that, you may not even have it in your head that the Pisces is thinking of proposing to you by the end of the year, like maybe they've left you hanging or you're just uncertain. But I think it possibly could happen. It might surprise you, it might take you aback because maybe you just didn't think it was going that way or things were still moving so slowly. So I think you'll be kind of taken off guard by it.
The Snake.
Oh.
And the Bear.
Did you even say anything about the High Priestess? Because I don't recall.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I think it is leaning towards yes, but I think that it could just be something that doesn't really happen with any sense of planning towards it. It sort of happens spontaneously or without deep thought. It may be that there is some thought, but there's not deep thought. It just sort of comes up more naturally. Now, the Bear and the Snake could lend to that idea there too, that just there's a moment of strength or a sense of somebody wanting to empower themselves, and maybe they feel this is the moment to be that way. The Snake can talk about being deceitful, but it also talks about maybe a coyness that's found in certain kinds of relationships too.
Well, that's just the point too. You might be deceived in this person might be feeling, you might feel like, how do I want to say this? Actually, I'm almost thinking this is more about you here, that you should not be deceived in thinking that the Pisces thinking less of you because either they're taking so long or they're not making it apparent that they're thinking of marrying you. Just remain firm, remain powerful, remain committed, especially if you see no other red flags in this relationship. Remain committed and don't let thoughts of failure or this relationship falling apart betray you. Sometimes we can deceive ourselves more than others can deceive us. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling that in this case. I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. And, go with the flow. See where this relationship is going to take you for a while.
I'll conclude by saying that I think it's possible too because it's leading that way. But don't feel deceived if it doesn't actually happen by the end of the year. That maybe that's not to be overly concerned, that there was just maybe a lack of strength on their part to follow through, but it doesn't mean that it will take forever for this to happen.
Well, we could try our luck or not with these timing cards. Let's just see what they say. We shall move on. I'm going to cut them this time. Oh, wow. Holy cow, and this was the first card. This card came up in our previous reading. There's a blockage you are not aware of. Identify it, then come back and ask again at a later time. But then I got 8 months. And that sounds very possible to me. But 8 months from now
is about the end of the year.
Would either be the end of the year or carry you into next year. So it might happen early next year.
Reversals are not always bad. It just depends on what the card is, what those energies are. Sometimes a reversal of a certain card could be a good outcome.
So, okay, you're right. It is reversed, but in context, let's say you had something like, the Tower there or something like that. That would make me think, it might happen, but it might not. But the High Priestess reversed is only saying that you're perception of what's going on with the Pisces might be unclear. Your intuition, your gut, you're not going to be able to really feel what's going on with that Pisces, until they finally come out and reveal, and give you an offer. That's what the High Priestess reversed is about. If it was upright, it would be about tapping into your intuition.
Pisces is probably too hard for anyone to
figure out.
On that level.
Well, Pisces are interesting,
They're hard to read. They're can
dreamy.
Be hard to read.
They sometimes live in another world, so,
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I love Pisces people, by the way.
Yeah, some
of
them are our favorite people.
Yeah.
All right. So, Asel, are you back? Are you still hanging out?
Yeah, let's see if Asel is here. And if not, we're going to move on to see if Tina's here. And then Ariana. Okay. Is either Asel or Tina here? And I think whichever of the two of you answer first, I'll take first. There you are. Tina's here. A general reading. Absolutely, Tina.
Okay, it's my deck.
Okay.
Sorry, James.
Who? I don't see anybody.
They're there.
Oh, Janice. I thought you said James.
Well, I did, but that's what I meant.
Hi, Janice. Oh, okay, Janice. We're going to add you, but you're very late. You're going to need to come earlier next time.
Yeah, we're actually...
we're really into overtime right now, but I'll get you on the list. But I may not be so kind next time, so sorry. But yes, you can have a reading. Just bear with us. We've had a couple people not show. I'm going to take Asel off now because I don't think they're here. We're on Tina right now.
Okay, Tina, this is what I got for you. Our first card is the World reversed.
You're welcome, Janice.
Followed by the Three of Cups reversed. And then followed by the Ace of Cups reversed. So I wonder if there's big problems or big struggles with relationships right now, maybe even with primary ones. The Ace of Cups reversed, the Three of Cups reversed, the World reversed. It may look like there are dramatic effects happening to relationships. These could be your primary relationships. There may have been some event or celebration that maybe it was bad timing, but maybe somewhere along the way this came out because of that. That maybe a relationship was over, or that a relationship was going to be moving into a struggling phase. The World indicates that maybe you might have felt there was something that was settled or perfect or completed, but not so, that maybe there are troubles here. I'll let you go.
Oh, did I not do the Lenormand? I'm staring at those cards and I'm trying to get a beat on them. I'm sorry. But I'll tell you what, Tina, this is what I see. I think that there's something that's making you rather, or will be, this is a general reading, so may not have happened yet, obviously, but I think there's something that may make you very unhappy. And it could involve others, it could involve friends, it could involve a relationship, it could involve partners if you're in a business or a collaborative team, or maybe a collaborative partnership with someone. Things just don't seem to be clicking. And because of that, success, or what you hope to achieve, is eluding you or will be eluding you. So whatever this is, whatever part of your life, we've got to turn this around. And let's see if the Lenormand has anything to say on that. This is going to be a time, I think there's going to be struggles in some of our interpersonal relationships, communication issues with Mercury retrograde. there's some good news. It's a bouquet. And then the garden. And so I feel right now, and it's really funny because it's spring, and what do we have here? The garden and flowers, which is really kind of nice to see. So I feel like this season, should be one for you to try to get out more, and socialize, do things that are enjoyable to you and that will bring you joy. Clearly, something in your life is going to be making you feel kind of unhappy, but you can turn that around by trying to bring positive things into your life through just doing things that bring the joy back into your life. People can steal joy away from us a lot, or situations in our life, but we do have choices. We do have alternative things we can do to bring the joy back.
I appreciate the feedback, Tina. Thanks. That helps us clarify. So I do feel like Banshee's advice is pretty sound here, and that maybe now I look at the Three of Cups differently and say, don't have certain expectations about maybe events you may be going to or celebrations you're involved in. When you're celebrating your friend's happiness, that is not necessarily something for you to recriminate about your own sense of where you feel you are floundering with relationships, or you're not doing what you expected to do. Rather, though, think that these are social occasions, because that's what the garden is, that's what the Three of Cups are social occasions that maybe can be a gift to you, just in terms of relaxing your stance about what you expect from your relationships. Think more about, the longer goal of building trust in a relationship. And I know these are things you probably know. I shouldn't be telling you this. I'm not a marriage counselor, that kind of thing. But I feel that this is what it's saying, is that you're just entering a phase now where you can be a little gentler on yourself and your expectations for what you want out of closer relationships.
So, the garden and the bouquet to me just indicates that, when I say social, I could say being around people, but not necessarily close to people, just so you bring back some joy. That could be things like going to a museum exhibit, a tour of some sort, a concert, a movie, things that you would enjoy doing, even, or joining social groups or organizations that appeal to you, where, maybe you could have a more minor role. Right now, I think the best thing you could do for yourself, according to what I'm seeing from these cards here, and like he said, we're not counselors, but what might really benefit you is not connecting too deeply with others, but to enjoy moments and to enjoy events and to enjoy situations for what they are. And, eventually more positive energy will grow. You will be able to open your heart more, and maybe you'll be able to find people eventually that will connect with you, to connect with, that won't be so hurtful.
All right.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
So good luck, Tina. Let us know how things go.
And we are on Ariana.
Hi,
Ariana, I think this question could be answered in 3 cards this time, because depending on the cards we get, we should be able to tell if it's a lesson or it's, it's a blessing.
Good to hear that, Tina. Good luck to you.
Good luck with that. My cards. Okay, I'm going to go back to these.
Hey, Ariana, that is a cool question there. A lesson or a blessing?
I didn't post the list again, but we know that Janice is on and next. I will get to that in a moment or two.
Janice will probably be our last reading then.
All right. Just going to post that. And one more. Okay. Oh, Ooh, well, we have the Five of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Swords reversed. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Boy, I was just looking at Mr. O's all reversed cards last reading, and look what I got. What do you got?
The Garden.
Oh, no kidding.
I know.
Huh.
And the Child.
Well, I would have to say this is probably a lesson, by the looks of things here.
Ariana?
Yeah, Ariana, because I don't know what to say. The Five of Swords is not a good card. The Five of Swords, what would the lesson be out of this? The lesson would be out of this is to walk away from situations that don't serve you well with your integrity intact. In other words, don't stoop to other people's ways of, expressing anger or argumenting. Just walk away, Nobody wins in a situation with the Five of Swords. And that may be what you will find with the situation, with this person. I'm forgetting the name. Din. And the Six of Swords reversed is about being stuck. A sense of being stuck or not. It's not going anywhere positive. And that's what I feel about it too when I see the Queen of Pentacles. You may feel like you're draining your time, or that maybe in some sense this relationship may be one-sided, where, Din might expect more from you than they are willing to put into, this relationship, friendship, partnership, whatever it is.
A lot of this will be a lesson, I do believe, and I know you don't want to learn more, but there's always more to learn. There really is. Even at our age, we just find there's more to learn, especially when it comes to human relationships, because sometimes you just can't believe what human beings are capable. No, I'm not saying that Din is capable of the worst things you've ever experienced, but I guess they may not know themselves, and maybe they're not ready to progress. Maybe the Six of Swords is them, that they're the ones that are really stuck there, and they need to take a lot more care how they're moving out into social worlds. Maybe they have flaws or just attitudes or behaviors that don't make them conversant with just every situation. They may be good with you in some ways, but maybe they can't handle a lot of other people, and then they would rely on you more to kind of mitigate and navigate them through the world for their own sake. And you know what? Sometimes people have to be in charge of themselves or lead themselves. They can't have everybody do something for you. I know you're champing at the bit there.
No, I'm just thinking. But are you done?
For the moment.
I was going to say, Ariana, is with the Five of Swords, maybe neither of you are totally bad people, but it seems as though there may be some incompatibilities here or some points of serious disagreement. And, that fun, enjoyable, and enjoy the moments and see where it leads. But this looks like something that may not go anywhere.
We're just connecting or something. I don't know if we reconnected. We might have disconnected.
We're going to have to come back on.
Of course. I don't know if we disconnected or not. Yeah, it looks like it's buffering.
It looks like it's buffering. We're trying to see if we can keep going. Are we still with you? If not, we'll have to restart the stream. I'd hate to leave Janice without a reading.
They may not come back, but we can try.
Yeah. How's it going?
I don't know.
Are we still up? Do you hear us?
It looks like we might have stopped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything from anybody. Up there. No, it's still buffering. Okay. Are you there?
I can't tell. They're acting like we're still here, so maybe it's okay.
Well, maybe it's okay. We're going to try to continue so we can get the reading in for Janice. If we do go down, we will come back to finish the last reading.
Okay, so... Okay, we've connected again. Okay, good.
So here's the situation. I just want to finish it up by saying, be very open and social for now and see where things lead. I almost feel, Ariana, that what I'm seeing here is this may be a little bit further down the road, you know? And I would say whether it's a blessing or whether it's a lesson, it may be worth exploring. You know, if you don't feel there are any red flags at the moment, then I would say just carry on and see where time will take you. But ultimately, you may find that this may end up not, you know, going anywhere at some point. All right, so that's what we have for you, unless Mr. O has something to add.
No, I think I'm good with that. So we look forward to the other guy on Sunday. The question you may ask.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not sure about the viability of the stream, so let's try to get with Faith right away.
It's a good idea, Ariana. Keep your options open.
Faith, go ahead.
Janice, go ahead with your reading.
I'm sorry, it's
All
Janice,
right.
not Faith.
Hey, Kara. Have a good night.
You're welcome, and we'll see you again. Okay, so you're wondering if, because he's close to your brother, if that's why he's maybe hedging on getting more involved with you, I guess. So we're going to look at that through the Tarot of the Ages. I think I understand that. Okay.
Well, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do an out no, yes, no first?
Yeah, I want to do it as a yes or no, and if we
Let's
don't get
see.
anything good on that, we can try something
Well,
else.
we may want to add some cards to that. We'll
Yeah.
see.
So the basic idea is he backing off from getting more involved with you because he's friends with your brother?
Yeah, that's it.
I think I got that.
I think you do.
Yes or no?
Yes. It's leaning towards no.
It's leaning towards no, so it may not be that the reason is not because of the relationship with the brother. Here we have the Page of Coins reversed and the Fool reversed. The Fool reversed could maybe...
Oh, it's a definite... What's the ace? Oh, that's the ace in the middle.
The Ace of Coins there.
Got it. Okay.
So that just means slight chance of yes. But the Fool reversed, maybe there are other reasons why he's not so sure this is a path he would follow, that he might think there's a misstep involved in getting to be more familiar with you. Maybe they feel that it distracts them from something else that they're thinking about. And I don't think it's another person. I think it's maybe an ambition. They may have ambitions towards learning something, towards acquiring knowledge or a skill in a particular area, or they have a really strong focus in something that they sort of feel some relationships may pull them away from their focus. I know it sounds a little bit lame in a way, but I sort of get the feeling like that's what it is. It's not your relationship. There's something else that may be their overall focus.
I feel as though they may have had some missteps, maybe in past relationships. And so they're a little bit afraid of getting something off the ground right now. I'm almost thinking that's what it might be. I'm looking at the Fool. Like, I don't know if they just broke up with someone else, or maybe they've have some other reasons why they just feel uncomfortable right now with making a move. The Fool. The Fool is somebody who suddenly doesn't want to take a chance, doesn't want to take a risk, doesn't want to go and start something new. And then you've got the Page of Coins reversed here too, which pages often are about new beginnings, but it's reversed. And so it's as if, dragging their heels, not really wanting to do this. There's something that's making them not want to do it. And I think here, okay, we have the lilies and the ship. I just have a feeling that they're really maybe taking their time and very slow and deliberate about the moves they want to make in the romantic, in a romantic sense right now. So I think that that's what it is, that they're really kind of taking a long time to really decide on what their next move is going to be.
Well, believe it or not, I've actually known a couple people that literally were sort of describing themselves as aromantic.
Hey, Rashmi, we've closed our list for tonight. We're into overtime already, so we will not be able to read for you. I'm sorry.
That they just don't see themselves being very romantic. That may not be this person's thing totally, but maybe there is just this time for them right now where they can't see themselves being in a romantic situation.
So I would just say this to you, that
yeah, it's
it
true.
seems like it's not your brother. That's definitely what I think
it's not your brother.
Say here. That's what it looks like. It's something else. So good luck with that. Wish you luck. Thanks for stopping in and subscribing. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we're sorry, Rajmi, but we're actually at the end of our show. We've been on for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we decided to close the list. Our moderator's not here, so we had a little bit rougher time tonight.
We almost lost our signal again just recently, so we're going to call it a night while we can.
Absolutely.
And we apologize. Hopefully we can catch you soon, Rashmi. Sorry about that.
But my recorded show, the Outlook on Emotional Exchanges, is on tomorrow, so it's a look into our possible romantic or relationship life. That's on at 7 o'clock Friday morning. And then on Saturday, it's Happy Hour, which will be on at its normal time, 10 a.m. to 11. One card pull, divine uplifting message for you. And then, of course, later on Sunday is the Material Matters. Well, actually, that's at 10 a.m. Sunday. Material Matters Banshee show on the economic matters in our life.
You're very welcome, Angel. Thank you. Thank you, Janice, and everybody for a great show tonight. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to cut Mr. O off right now. And he's going to probably cut me off.
Because we want to go have cake or something, right?
Oh, you're reading my freaking mind again. Take care, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.